Hey guys, if you want a really quick option for your clients, then I'm going to show you how we did this service so that my client was in and out in just an hour and a half. If you want, you guys can follow me on Instagram at Christy@the_cottage.
Okay, so my client that I'm doing right now, she's a blondie, but she likes it still really broody and natural looking. The last time she was in here, we just did like a really soft baby light and kept her a little bit brighter around her face and through the ends. And she's grown out a little bit, but she definitely wants to be brighter on the face now, and maybe not too much blonde up in this area. She still wants to keep a lot of that depth in there. So I think what we're gonna do today is do like a heavy back combed like money piece, that way it grows out nice and softly, and then do a few panels just up in here just to add a little bit of dimension and contrast with her hair naturally. So right now we're going to mix for her blonde, and we're going to use the Schwarzkopf Blonde Me with 20 volume and Olaplex.
Here's my client before, and you can see that this is a really good option for somebody that wants to have minimal maintenance and be able to go quite a while without feeling like they need to come back in and have horrible roots. Last time my client was here, we did basically the same thing, except for we did more of a traditional foil of baby lights, where this time we are doing a little bit less even than last time. So you can see from the before that we took that this was a really great option for somebody that wants to be able to have their hair grow out and feel like they're not going to have a whole bunch of, a heavy line of demarcation, a whole bunch of streaks in their hair where they're going to feel like, they have to come back on a regular schedule. So what I did is, I don't know if you follow me on Instagram, but what I ended up doing was running a special for my clients just because I book up a lot, but I do have spaces where I might have an hour and a half little spots here and there, and I wanted to fill those areas really quickly. So I'm just doing my typical foil that I do around the hairline. This is just going to really help the hair grow out really nice and naturally. So that way they don't have any heavy streaks in the hair. It just is going to look like as if the sun naturally highlighted their hair. So this is how I generally always do my foils around the hairline if somebody wants it directly up to their scalp. It's really soft and subtle, and it's a really great way to brighten up around the face without feeling like they're gonna have horrible streaks in their hair or heavy grow out. So for this service, we're just doing 2 foils right on the hairline, and then we're gonna go up and touch right on her like money piece area and kind of do the same thing, just some really soft baby lights. But then we're going to do a back comb foil just to give it a little bit more of a softer root look. So anyways, back to what I was saying before, on my Instagram, I wanted to be able to fill these spots where I had like an hour and a half to 2 hours or so. And I thought, what can I do that will be cost effective and I can get people in, get them out really quickly, but still feel like I'm making, a decent amount of money. So I ran a special on my Instagram a few months back, and I said, who wants to get their hair done? This is perfect for somebody that just wants their hair really natural and soft, and you're okay with going months and months in between. You want something to still, enhance your natural color, but still feel like you have a little bit of brightness and some dimension. And she messaged me saying this is exactly what she wants. This would be perfect for her. I just ran the special. I said it is a flat rate of $150 just for, the balayage or the facial framing. I said this is something that's going to be mostly like around your face, some extra brightness, maybe pop a few panels in throughout, like off the part, just to add some dimension and contrast, throughout the rest of the hair. But mainly this is for somebody that just wants to accentuate their natural color, but add a little bit of brightness around the face and whatnot. So She messaged me, we booked her for the appointment. She was literally in and out in an hour and a half. And I think this is such a good option to have because you can get somebody in your chair, get them out, and that's $150 right there. And there's no like guesswork. It's like people are coming in, they already know what they're gonna pay. They know that this is gonna be like minimal work and they're not gonna have like all this huge transformation work done. So I think having options like this to do where people just know like, okay, yeah, we're just brightening up around the face. We're just going to put a few little foils in, maybe just right on top of off of the part area. And we're going to have a little bit of subtle contrast and dimension, but the most impact that they're going to see is around their face. And I think this is so good to have because it just fills those gaps where maybe you feel like you don't have all this time to do a huge transformation, but for somebody that just wants something nice and subtle, this works perfect for them. So now that I'm at her part on the top area, I'm literally just popping these two foils in on both sides. I'm just doing a zigzag parting diagonally back directly off of her part. That way she's going to have a little bit of brightness touching directly on her part, but it's going to fade really softly because the hair on top is going to fall just right on top of it. So she's going to have a little bit of brightness, but for the most part, she's still going to see mostly just her natural dark. So her grow out is still going to be very minimal, but it's going to still, all the brightness is going to fall towards the front of the face and just fade softly going towards the back. And I think this is just so nice because she's just going to see that little pop of brightness still, a little bit of that dimensional blonde that she wants to see, but back combing it and pushing that cushion up is still going to soften it at the roots. So that way she's not going to feel like she has a whole bunch of grow out also. And just doing a foliage this way I think is so awesome and such a nice option to have for your clients because again, you can go forever without feeling the need to come in unless they feel like, yeah, I feel like I'm too dark, which is kind of how she was feeling, just feeling grown out now and wanting to brighten herself back up a little bit. But I think it's just great to be able to go directly off of the center part or, you know, wherever they part their hair and pop these two foils in. Literally, that's it on either side. And then once we get to the back section, we're just going to go underneath the hair and just pop one foil in the back and call it good. I mean, look at this. This is all we're doing, popping this back foil in, and this is literally less work than you would do for a partial foil, which is what, around $80 or so. So just having your clients know that we're going to focus the brightness around your face, add a few throughout just to add some extra dimension. I mean, you can't go wrong with this. Literally $150 for less than a partial. This is such an easy way to get your clients in and out.
Okay, so my client is sitting at the shampoo bowl and she wants to be a nice bright blonde. So I'm going to tone her with Paul Mitchell, the Demi, and I'm just going to use 10A to tone her, just to make her nice and cool.
So we're letting this sit for about 7 to 10 minutes or so, and you can see that she still has a lot of her other warmth in her hair that's there, but her blonde is just going to be nice and cool and really pretty. And here's the products that I'm using in her hair. A good serum is perfect for protecting the hair from heat damage, and I use this in all of my clients. So I think you guys have been liking using or showing you guys the products that I'm using and styling and everything. So let me know in the comment section if you like watching this stuff, and I'll keep putting it in my videos. Okay, look how pretty this is right on her hairline. That baby light that we just put for her money piece and directly around her hairline on her temples. That's just so soft and subtle. It just looks like as if the sun naturally highlighted her hair. And you can see that it just brightened it up nice and softly. And she still has a lot of her dark that's falling right on top. That blonde is so pretty. I think blondes are amazing. I love blondes so much. But yeah, look at how much just those simple little foils, they brightened her up so much, and it makes such a big difference for just popping the smallest amount of foils in.
Oh, it just looks so good. I'm not meant to be a brunette.
I know. You're so cute as a blonde. So yeah, I just did right around your face, and then I did a few like diagonal ones underneath, so your hair's gonna fall naturally on top.
Yeah.
But you'll still have some of that pieciness kind of
great.
coming through on both sides. So.
Definitely looks brighter. I like it.
Yeah.
And this is how I style all of my clients. A lot of people ask how I style my clients. So again, I've been putting this stuff in my video. So let me know if you like this stuff also, or if not, then I won't put it in my videos as much, maybe just every now and then. But if you guys do like watching the styling part of the videos, I'm happy to record it and leave it in for y'all. So the way that I style all of my clients' hair, sometimes I use a curling iron, sometimes I use a flat iron, but what I do is take smaller sections, make sure that the root is nice and smooth to get those flyaways. I feel like if I spray the hair first with hairspray, that keeps the flyaways minimal. If people have a hard time with like flyaways, and you know, if you try to curl the hair but you still have all this like static stuff, whatever, spraying the hair first with hairspray or a heat protectant works really well to keep the hair nice and smooth and not having it all frizzy. So go through, spray the hair every section, and then I go through and do with my flat iron or a curling iron. I curl all of the hair towards the back center away from the face, and that's going to help create those nice waves that you see. And then just through the ends of the hair, I either drop out the ends or I run the flat iron through really quickly just to smooth the ends if they need to be smoothed out, or go through and just straighten the ends a little bit more with the flat iron. That way it kind of creates more of a beachy loose wave effect, and I think that looks a lot better than having it too like perfect. I feel like when I use a curling iron, sometimes I prefer the flat iron because not every curl is exactly the same, where I feel like with the curling iron, because it's just a barrel, like every curl is gonna fall the same as the other one. So that's kind of why I prefer using a flat iron. But I mean, a curling iron works fine too. If you have a curling iron and you're not comfortable using a flat iron, maybe just run the hair just straight through the ends a little bit, pull the curling iron down so it straightens the ends a little bit more. So go ahead after you're done, spray the hair, let it sit and cool down for a few minutes, and then you'll see that I just comb through the hair, and that creates the really nice beach wave where the curl all just kind of blends together. Or you could just finger through the hair if you like the curl to be a little bit more formed and piecey. But yeah, this is how I style all of my clients' hair.
Oh my gosh, it looks so good. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, way better.
Here's her before again, still nice and rooty. A lot of her natural color is still in there with the blonde. We just kind of enhanced that a little bit, added more brightness around the face, but you can see that she's going to grow out really nice and subtle. Just brightened her up just really softly, and it's kind of cloudy, so it's not showing up as bright as it actually is in person, but you can see that it's still just really soft and just nice and bright, gets brighter through the ends. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys taking the time to watch my videos, and don't forget to like and subscribe.